Hello, my name is Phil Natal, and welcome to episode 1 of the Rewind podcast. I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Cal and Victoria. We will be looking back on some of the most notable movies, books, and music that shaped our generation. Even though we all grew up watching the same things, we definitely don't have the same opinions. And for our first topic, we watched the movie Interstellar, which is a movie that many call one of the greatest movies of all time.
I just watched Interstellar. That was literally amazing.
When somebody asks me what my favorite movie is, I always say Interstellar.
Interstellar is an amazing movie.
Interstellar.
Most perfect movie I've ever seen.
Absolute work of art.
So first we'll be talking about our favorite scenes. I can go first. My favorite scene was when he entered the black hole and was in kind of like the time area with like the books. I just thought it was cool because it was kind of set up in the beginning of the movie, and then you like see the payoff of how it was all connected, and it was just a really interesting visual. And I just really thought that was a cool climax to the movie.
Ranger 2, prepare to detach.
Wait, no! Cooper!
3.
Cooper, what are you doing?
Jim's third law. You gotta leave something behind.
Favorite scene is when Cooper's like on the ship and he watches the video messages from his kids and he like sees them like growing up in real time, and like you can like see him like breaking down, and I thought it was like an emotional scene.
Just spent 23 years.
I played from the beginning.
Hey, Dad.
Definitely loved both of those scenes. My favorite scene was when they both came back from Miller's planet when they were when like the time difference was like 1 hour equaled 7 years, and when he was waiting for 23 years, I feel like it kind of put into perspective like what could happen in something like that, a situation where someone would travel a far distance and take such a immense amount of time out of your life or somebody else's life.
I've waited years. How many years? By now it must be.
It's 23 years, 4 months, 8 days.
All right, next we're going to go to something that we would change in the movie if we could. And what I picked is something that I'm not even sure would be a good change, but it might be, was that during the time difference when he was on the planet for 23 years, maybe to show some extra scenes of the characters on Earth just so the audience can really feel how long it's been. But also I think there's a benefit of not showing it to show how abrupt it was for the main character, for when it felt like a couple hours for him, but it was really 23 years. But for the audience, it doesn't really seem like it's been that long for the characters on Earth. So that's what I would have changed.
I feel like for me, like it was like a little like the whole movie was like kind of confusing, but that's probably like just me. But I would maybe like change like the ending. I don't know. Like I'm like not really good at watching movies, but I thought it was like a little bit confusing, like overall.
For me, I wish the start of it would have been a little more background, if anything. I liked how they were on the farm and everything, but I feel like it was a little abrupt when he went on the trip to just go to this like space station that they found. And I think it was just kind of like they could have built it up a little more at the start, and I feel like it could have been beneficial to understand like where the world was at that point, and with all those like different spaceships. Like I feel like it would have been beneficial as a viewer to understand what was going on beforehand. But I also think this is one of my favorite movies of all time. So.
All right, and now for our last segment, was the movie actually good, and kind of like our rating out of 10. I think the movie was really good, and I'd say it was a 9 out of 10. I just think overall, for a long runtime, it keeps you kind of engaged the whole time, and just it's a really interesting thing, and there's a lot of really cool visuals with all like kind of the space, kind of just huge black holes and stuff. It's just really interesting. I think the story's good, a lot of emotions, and just overall just a really good time that just stays engaging the whole way through. So I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah, I also agree. I think that like I saw a lot of people like hyping it up, so I wasn't like sure how good it actually was, and I wasn't like really expecting it to live up to it, but I think it did, and I would definitely recommend it. And I would give it like a 9 out of 10. And the only reason that it's not a 10 out of 10 is because I thought it got confusing and it was kind of long, but it's definitely like one of the best movies I've watched.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, I think this has been one of my favorite movies for a long time, and I've definitely watched it over multiple times. I would give it a 9.5. Like, there are some movies that are better, but I really love this movie, and I would understand why somebody would say this is the best movie of all time.
All right, well, that's it for episode 1. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and then make sure you come back for the next one. We'll be doing an episode on a very notable book, The Giver, so stay tuned for that. See you next time.